Hello, and welcome to Best WP7 Games. Today we're looking at Plants vs Zombies. We'll just skip past the loading screen there, as it does last a good half-minute. We'll just jump straight in, I think. We'll go into the adventure, which I'm about halfway through at the moment. I have actually completed this game on the PC before, but at this point I've only gotten halfway through the Windows Phone game. So as you can see, you start each level by selecting your plants. At the moment I can choose up to 8. I'll just skip past me spending a while thinking about what I'll need, and we'll start playing. Right. As you can see at the start, you can build very little. You've only got 50 sun. It's that little number at the top left there, down to 0 now, which is enough for a sunflower. And almost always that'll be the first thing you want to build, as the sunflower is your only other way of getting sun, aside from those little bits of sun you just saw dropping out of the sky. So every time they drop, you have to tap on them, and you get 25 more solar power to build units. As you can see, the zombies started appearing from the right, but I didn't have any proper defences. So what I've placed there is one of the cheapest defensive units you can get, but it's only a one-shot unit. It costs 25 points, and it's a potato mine. As you might guess from a game called Plants vs Zombies, there's an awful lot of bad punning in this game, and it's wonderful for it. So yes, the potato mine will just sit there and, well, we'll see in a second. The zombie's getting closer. Oh, another zombie at the top, so just in time my potato mine has recharged. I'll place another one. So yes, I won't do anything for a second. Just, there we go. It explodes. Also makes the phone vibrate. I believe you can turn that off, but I quite like the effect. Yeah, we'll skip forward a bit as the levels. It lasts about maybe 7 or 8 minutes. So we'll just skip to the meaty bits. Here, as you can see, I've built a bunch of, well, basically Venus flytraps. I think they're called chompers in the game. And you can see once they've eaten an enemy, they spend a while digesting them. So I've had to put a little walnut in front of that chomper. And yes, it is another terrible pun. Walnut, spelt as in W-A-L-L-nut. And the walnut, as its name suggests, is quite tough, so that zombie can eat on him for a while. Anyway, skip forward again. You see now I got a few. Well, we got chompers on every level. A walnut's in the front of a few, and some pea shooters, specifically snow pea shooters. We also just dropped another one, a more expensive variant of this pea shooter. But yes, as you can see, we've been filling up obviously that little pool in the middle of the screen with lily pads, which is the only way to plant things. But you can see every so often you get these massive onrushes of enemies, which it warns you about, and you have to prepare for them. But generally after the first one, the enemies will then constantly be coming at a fairly regular pace. So you see the snow peas, when they hit the enemies, and the enemy they hit and any enemies nearby turn blue and are slowed down. So that wasn't enough to stop that zombie who just leapt over my chomper. That enemy is a dolphin-riding zombie, and those things are dangerous. Fortunately, I had a space behind the chomper, so he just leapt over and ate a lily pad, which is no great loss. So I just placed another one. As you can see, the zombies still shamble ever onwards. They have little protective cones, but they'll get chomped. So anyway, now we're skipping towards the end of the level, the very final wave. You can see by now I've got quite a large defensive system, quite a simple one. Simple but effective on this level. So a lot of snow peas freezing the enemies and slowing them down, but also some lily pads in front of the walnuts now, so when the enemies on dolphins arrive, they just leap over the lily pad and straight into a walnut. And beyond that, the little pea shooters which can shoot into 3 lanes at once. All in all, I've got a lot of enemies, and there we go, I just dropped the final attack, the one you hadn't seen before, which was a jalapeno, which did a nice job of blowing up that zombie, and would blow up an entire row if there had been one. And yeah, we just wait for this last zombie to die. There we go. And that's the end of the level. At the end of the level you unlock a new type, in this case the tall nut, I believe. And it gives you a little brief explanation of what that unit is, and gives you the chance to go on to the next level. So now I'm just going to go back to the menu and quickly show you the other things in the game. There's the ALMANAC, which describes the plants and zombies you picked up. How it does more than that, it also has little speeches. So How can a single plant grow and shoot so many peas so quickly? Peashooter says, hard work, commitment, and a healthy, well-balanced breakfast of sunlight and high-fibre carbon dioxide make it all possible. Basically every single entry in this, and it gets very big over time, is filled with little characterised stories to do with the plants and zombies. And that's the Almanac. There's also a bunch of mini-games, so you can get Plants vs Zombies on the marketplace now for £3.99.